Yeah, you having a good one, Kennedy? What's up, bro? Greetings. How you feeling? How you feeling? I'm feeling I'm in a better I'm on a better frequency than I was in the previous rotation. If I'm being honest. Definitely on a better frequency. That's great. 3-minute mark, let's get it. Hey yo. Yo, Haven, what's good? Greetings. It is my intention, and I hope all is well with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I really, it is my intention that you're having a wonderful, magnificent rotation and you in a wonderful, magnificent mood. If you're not, hopefully you will be by the end of this presentation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, welcome in. Hit the like button on your way in. Grace Gratitude thinks. Oh, I haven't been working out. I don't know. I don't know. Anyhow, Grace Gratitude thanks for all you guys who've been rocking out from the beginning. You know what I mean? Showing support, showing just energetic exchange, showing love, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown a seed with me, it will be returned 100-fold as the Most High using you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly. Because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, thanks, peace, and prosperity to you and yours. Never goes unnoticed, really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. If you would like to do the same, the links are in the video description or the about tab on the channel. You are not obligated. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. They are not obligated. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now listen, remember to have fun, laugh, and smile. It's not so damn serious. For bro in the back, sis in the back, who panties is always in a bunch, drawers is too damn tight. Listen, relax, pipe down, relax. It's not that damn serious. So before you fix your lips and say some stupid shit, relax. Remember, you don't gotta be here, you choose to be. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm on a better frequency, so obviously I'm on camera. I'm gonna stay on camera. We chilling, feel me? We got a hour and a half tape, something like that. So we gonna be rocking out on this day here Friday, February the 14th. You know I don't celebrate none of these goofy holidays, these unholy days. I don't celebrate none of them. So you know what I'm saying? We don't give our energy to none of this. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow. Welcome in, people who's coming in. Hit the like button on your way in. We about to roll the tape. We about to roll the tape. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're gonna get right to it. Roll the tape, baby.
I know you don't want to hear this, but the most commonplace parasite. Watch this.
Where are
greetings.
common places to contract parasites from?
Pets.
Okay, pets is on my list. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
You know, that's, I think, how I got H. pylori.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. They're out there and they're drinking out of puddles. They're licking their bums. They're
Eating poop.
Yeah, they're eating poop. It's just.
My dog eats roadkill sometimes.
Okay, they're eating roadkill, which.
And then I'm like, oh my God.
And then you let your dog lick you.
Yeah, I've
and lay
been
in
way
bed with you.
way more conscious about it. I'm like, did you give me acne for 10 years? Because I'm going to freak out.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. And I'm not saying get rid of your dogs or your cats, but, you know, if you think about the cat parasite, toxoplasmosis, have you heard of the?
Is that the one that affects your mental health?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically it can control your mind. It'll be the inability to feel fear and make you promiscuous because it's like controlling you.
The 3 worst foods that you should never eat if you don't want brain parasites. The first is sushi.
Yo, let me know if y'all eating sushi. I used to eat sushi, but I'm allergic to shellfish. So the only sushi I was able to eat was Philadelphia rolls. It's like salmon, avocado, and cream cheese rolled up or something like that. But I used to like it. No, not having no damn knowledge about it, but sushi, absolutely not. You gotta think about it. Some of these parasites don't even get extracted from the fish. Like you can't extract some of these parasites from the fish. So how you got the audacity to be eating parasites. I mean, eating raw fish. That's out of pocket. That's out of line. That's way out of line.
Number 2 is farm salmon, notorious for parasites
See?
and being
Salmon.
infested with sea lice.
Out of line.
Third is pork. Pork is absolutely loaded
Garbage.
with parasites, specifically tapeworm.
Oh, no. Good.
I used to eat tons of salmon and sushi, and when I decided to deworm, I passed a mass of liver flukes. I now never eat these foods and deworm at least 2 to 3 times a year.
I got a DHS letter in the mail this morning, and I just now opened it. And somebody reported me to the state.
She looked like an NPC. I don't know. Is it just me? She looked like an NPC. Like she's programmed to live her life that she's living. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, let's read this and then let her rant. All right. DHS is forcing her to sell her 2024 BMW or her food stamps gets cut from $4,000 to $88 a month. How is she getting $4,000 of food stamps a month when there's people out here who needs that more than she does? Obviously, if she can afford a 2024 BMW, she don't need $4,000 worth of food stamps. They also cut her cash benefits and telling her Section 8 will no longer pay 95% of her. That's why they pay 95% of her rent. Why they not paying? You know what? Why they not paying 95% of the urban areas rent? The urban areas, you know, the urban areas. Yeah, I'm saying, like, they gave your moms 15. Yo, what's up, Stacy? Greetings. Yo, listen. She getting $4,000 a month. And they paying 95%. $15, right? Flat 15. I think you're talking about 1,500, maybe 15,000. I don't know. But $15? That's out of line, Kennedy. But they paying 95% of her rent. Why they not paying 95% of the people rent that look like me? That's in the urban areas. You know what I'm saying? $15 is out of line, Kennedy. They need to get slapped in their face 15 times. 15, what you gonna do with that? You could barely listen. Let me not even, man. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. That's out of line, bro.
I got a DHS letter in the mail this morning, and I just now opened it. And somebody reported me to the state of Michigan because I'm making money on TikTok, and I drive a 2024 BMW. They have cut my food stamps from almost $4,000 a month down to $88 a month. They are telling me if I want a review that I have to sell my car. So you're telling me if you were on welfare, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, you can't drive a nice car? They are forcing me to sell my brand new BMW, or I lose almost $4,000 in food stamps. Not only that, they have taken my cash assistance totally away. They are telling me that Section 8 will no longer be paying 95% of my rent, only 10% of my rent. So I will have to pay a little over $400 a month now instead of $60.
$60 a month in rent, yo, dog. $60 in rent. She talking about $60 in rent. Let us pay $60 in rent and see how we change our lives. You know what I'm saying? They cut my mom's food stamps out just because she make too much money. She drive the little small cheese bus for offspring. You know what I'm saying? They cut her food stamps out. She don't get food stamps anymore. And she drives a 2010 Audi. She drives a 2010 Audi A6 or A4, I forget. But listen, regardless of what, they cut her food stamps. She drives a 2010. This woman is driving a 2024, talking about $60 a month in rent. Yo, listen, dog. Is there anything to say? Like I'm flabbergasted here. That's out of line, dog. People that look like us, though, we don't get them type of lookout for the cookout. Why we can't get looked out for the cookout like that?
They can.
Oh, it looks like the Doge got you too, boo.
What happened now? What is he doing? I'm calling the police. What was he doing? Oh, excuse me. I know you hear me. You nasty. You nasty. What?
Stop letting your dogs come on my grass. I told you to stop bringing your dogs around my way. Let them
You-
on my grass. You take that.
But you mean to tell me your big
You
butt?
better be glad I didn't eat more.
Don't worry.
Stop.
I know where you live at. I'm calling the police. You mean to tell me you took a dump on my doggone porch? You gotta be what? Okay.
That's out of line.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna catch you. So disgusting, sir. On
Yo.
my porch. Because I'm.
Sure did.
Oh, you is nasty.
That's
boy.
out of line. That's out of line.
Okay, I'm going to try and explain a spiritual point of view for what's happening in the world. Some of you will get it because you're awake. Some of you are maybe going to get bits and pieces. Maybe you're in the middle of the road and not quite sure yet what's happening. And some of you, it's going to go completely over your head. You might call me crazy and you might get really upset. It's not my intention to upset you. It's my intention to get you to use your
Mind eye.
brain, that big, beautiful brain that God has given you, to think deep, to have eyes to see and ears to hear. Here goes. You are a spiritual being, one with God, in a human body, having a human experience. There's one creator, and that creator is in absolutely everything you see here, including you. This means that you have the power of God on the inside of you to create a life that you want to live. And it is not my place to judge. It is not Joe or Susie's place to judge. You have been given free will to do with this life what you want. Some people decide to live this life in joy and peace and love and harmony and unity and love and light. Some people decide to stay in the middle of the road where they're not quite sure what all this spirit talk is about. They don't necessarily believe in complete hell and damnation, and they just kind of like live their life in the middle, and that's okay too. It's your life. Some people choose to live on the dark side. Some people choose to use the power of God for evil. The ones that have been in control for so long have been using the power of God against you as evil to keep you down and to keep you controlled.
You know
So
what
they
I'm
can
saying?
take everything you have, treat you like doo-doo, take your children and hurt them. They want to live in their guilty, sinful pleasures and control you. That's what they've been doing. The light, we as humanity are trying to ascend. We're trying to come together in unity. We are trying to evolve as a species. In order to do that, the light has to come and shed the light on the corruption of the evil of all of these people that are using God's power to hurt humanity. And that creates a huge shaking, which is what's happening right now. There is going to be a mass awakening. There needs to be a mass awakening for humanity to jump up, for us to evolve and to ascend and to jump these timelines. Now, some of us are already jumping timelines. There are a lot of people jumping to a higher timeline, which is absolutely incredible. And if you don't know what that means, please go take some time to research. My whole point here is the light is here. More people are waking up to the knowledge that you are one with God, that God is in you, and you are love and light and peace and harmony, because that's what God is. God is love. They have used God in the complete opposite way to keep you controlled. And Jesus came here to tell you that. And if you want me to go deeper on all of that, I can. I can talk hours and hours and hours on Jesus. So anyway, I hope that we can all come together. I hope that we can all understand that we have God in us, and God is love. God is love. They've used that same power against us all of these years. They have used it to separate, to create hate and disgust, and to keep you controlled. It's all about control, so they can live the life that they want to while they're here. And some will say they're not even human.
Peace to the gods and goddesses. So
Yo, I almost forgot. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. View discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. Let's get it.
Let's talk about Valentine's Day and what it actually represents. Now, Valentine's Day has some very dark origins, Cosmic Family, okay? It's actually linked to a savage, violent Roman festival called Lupercalia, all right? And Lupercalia was basically a pagan festival that celebrated fertility from February 13th to February 15th. The festival involved dark blood magic and the sacrificing of animals. And what they would do is actually remove the animal's heart. And when the blood would dry and coagulate, it would turn a dark brown color, actually looking very similar to the chocolate-covered candy hearts that's sold today to symbolize that festival. The festival also involved the beating of women with animal hides, okay? And how they did it was they deceived the women into believing that beating them with these sacrificed animal hides will actually improve their chances of fertility somehow, okay?
Yo.
They also had a crazy lottery system where they will put a bunch of women name in a jar and randomly pick a name, forcing you to be in a relationship with whoever name you happen to receive. There are also multiple accounts of a priest that went by the name of Saint Valentine that was actually beheaded for being in defiance to King Claudius II. King Claudius considered Saint Valentine guilty of conducting secret marriages of young lovers without proper authorization. King Claudius banned marriage so men would be more willing to go to war. So by Saint Valentine still marrying these young lovers, it basically made men not want to separate from their wives in war. By continuing to marry people in secret, this resulted in Saint Valentine's brutal execution and beheading. Pope Gelasius I established Valentine's Day in 496 AD to honor Saint Valentine, who was a Christian martyr, okay? Pope Gelasius basically replaced the festival of Lupercalia with Valentine's Day now taking its place. The holiday actually didn't even become associated with romance until the 14th century. And most are unaware that the idea of candy and chocolate being associated actually came in the year 1840 by a guy named Richard Cadbury, okay? The same guy responsible for the Cadbury bunny is also responsible for the first box of heart-shaped chocolates, all right? Interesting fun fact. But the energy is still, however, connected to nefarious roots and martyrdom. So in conclusion, the day that Valentine's Day is celebrated on is actually connected to a dark pagan Roman festival called Lupercalia, and the men heavily abused the divine feminine energy while sacrificing animals, all in the name of fertility.
Okay, fam. Let's do this real quick. Let's talk about black men dating white women or dating outside the race or whatever. All right. Because a lot of you are missing the point. I don't care about interracial dating. You can date whoever you want. I don't mind. A black woman can date a white man. The point is, 99% of black women that date white men hate black men. They go out of their way to boost and promote white men. They will give a white man their very last and dog me out for it. They will tell me that my money ain't worth shit while giving a white man all their money. That's the difference. Now let me explain something to you. When a black man, like me for instance, I date a white woman, I'm just dating a white chick because I happen to like that chick and she happens to be white. I have no problem. But guess what I'm not going to do to date her? I'm not going to bleach my hair blonde. I'm not going to comb my hair out and make it straight. I'm not going to lighten my skin to date a white woman. And I'm not going to date her if she only likes me because I got big monies. Most white men will only date you black women if you have money. I promise you, you have to pay the white boy to be with you, literally. That's the difference. I'm a black man. I got a thing called a BBC.
Yeah, he went there. He went there. It's crazy. But however, I ain't ever been one for the Caucasian persuasion. I ain't gonna lie. I have not ever been with a European woman, and that's fine. I don't discriminate against people who interracially date. Like, you know what I'm saying? However, you know what? Let's just keep listening. Let him do the talking. I ain't even about to, you feel me? I ain't even about to go there. Let him talk. Let him do the talk.
Every woman in the world wants it. I don't got to do nothing. I am telling you this, not asking you. as a tall, dark, handsome Nubian man, I've never had a problem getting any race of woman, and I've never had to have $1. And the fact that I do have $1 makes it even worse. They flock me. They throw themselves at me. They worship me. That's the difference. I make the Nubian man look and be supreme. When you, Nubian woman, go bow down to a white man and give him everything while disparaging me, what are you doing to the race? How are you making the Nubians look? That's the difference. Now, I'm not saying there aren't some goofy dudes out there who think being with a white woman gives them some sort of levels. I'm not saying that. No-gros will be no-gros. But for the most part, hell no. A black man could get any woman on the planet, anytime, anywhere. That's the difference. You bleak women have to pay white men to be with you. Let's fucking go. Bam.
And you want to know what the major difference is? Them white boys be freaky as hell. They be making you no-gro chicks do the worst. You think I don't know? I got a lot of white brethren, my youth. You can't tell me know. Them make gonna do some disgusting things. That's the difference. You bow to them, they bow to me. Do you understand the difference? Now let's fucking go. Bang, bang.
Yeah, counsel, here we go. I've been telling people for years that bleak women, when you see them dress a certain way, move a certain way, talk a certain way, act a certain way, they're doing it to attract a certain type of mate. Like, I'm a man of logic. I like common sense. It's like simply that. So I say to myself, if you lighten your skin, you're straightening your hair, then you're trying to look like something that you're not.
Yo, listen. Hold that thought. You trying to look like something you're not, as far as the folks that he's talking about, right? However, I know a dude who feels like he needs to get away from his baby mom because she's European, Caucasian persuasion, and he just knows. He knows, like, his soul is telling him, yo, look, I don't belong with this woman. Like, he talking about he lost his mate, he's bold, he's stressing out, this and that. All the things like that, you know what I'm saying? He got to bend backwards and break his spine and do everything as far as the offspring. He got to do the house duties, he got to do this, he got to do that, everything is on him. While Caucasian persuasion kicks her feet up. And another person who's well known is Conscious Juice. Conscious Juice talks about it pretty openly. Like, yo, look, listen, I was bold. I got my head back, this and that. Conscious Juice talks about it all the time. I'm not even going to, because that's his idea. I'm not even going to talk about his idea like that. That's for him to. But anyway, he always talking about 83s. If you watch Juice, if you into him on your own personal time, you know what 83 means. So he's always talking about his experience of dating an 83, which is a Caucasian European person. Let's get it, though. Let's keep going.
And what is that thing you're trying to look like? So let's say you're a bleak woman. You're lightening your skin, straightening your hair, a lot of times making it blonde. Who is it that you're trying to emulate? Who is it that you're actually in competition with? And for what? You guys understand what I'm telling you? In Rome, the powers that be are represented by the white male. Women tend to be attracted to power. It doesn't matter who it is. That's just how they are. The power, like I said, in Rome, for a long time, has been represented by the white male archetype. And I am telling you guys that the bleak women in your societies have been programmed to be the white man's bitch. And this goes right across the range. There's no limit to this. Rich to poor. I'm just using these rich chicks as an example. I defy you to find more than 5 or 10, even, I'll give you 10, I'll give you 5 black women, famous rich black women from any walk of life that's with a black man. Find more than 10. I will curry my shorts and eat them on live. You're not gonna find it. So again, what's going on up here? What's wrong with bleak people where they feel like in order to make it in life, they need to get with a white person? And I'm not racist against anyone. I just think this is mental illness. And it is. There's no question. These bleak women have lost their fucking minds. And their goal in life is this. It's not to please you, Mr. Man. It's to please Rome. It's to please Caesar. So my nagas, all my real ones, man and woman, move accordingly. Stop fucking with these Judas motherfuckers. You hear me? Anyway, let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Yeah, Council, the bleak race is a fucking embarrassment. And this is why no one respects bleaks, including themselves. Family, you think I'm the only one who notices this? It's embarrassing. Even the white people notice it. I go to their websites all the time. It's all they talk about. It's embarrassing. Y'all niggas tighten up, man. Let's go.
Yeah, so Council, on the topic of quote-unquote black men, I want to point out a few facts to you so you understand what Rome really fears. Backwards, no-grow females seem to think that you're the focus of everything. That the Nubian man ain't go through nothing, and it's just you. Let me tell you the importance of the Nubian man, the supremacy of the Nubian man. Let me make you understand your little goofy ass self real quick, chick. Listen, there's a thing called penis envy. There's a thing called genetic annihilation. There's a thing called the BBC. You see that thing? I can use it and erase entire races off the planet Earth. Yeah, my BBC. That's why every building is shaped like a BBC. That's why submarines are full of semen and shaped like a BBC. That's why the gun you hold in your hand to make you feel so powerful is shaped like a BBC, ain't it? Because with my BBC, I can do worse than your submarine, your nuke, or your gun. I can wipe out your entire race. All I gotta do is bone your bitch, nigga. So for all you super smart, genius, no-grow chicks out there who don't understand the mathematics of what Nubian male supremacy means, now you know. You see, what you Nubian women don't get is that when a man has sex with you, you give birth to his race. You give birth to his race. I have nothing against interracial relationships. I'm just showing you the difference. My little brother looks like a straight white boy. You would never think he had any black in him for even a second. Do you think that would happen if the father was dark-skinned like mine was? See, my mother is one of those Nubian women. She's like that Kamala Harris. She's barely black. She doesn't even look black. She's fam, trust me. She's really light with really straight curly hair. So any man my mom has a baby with comes out as the man. But, but again, me, anybody I bone, any chick I get with, guess what the baby comes out as? Yeah, chocolate, nigga. Chocolate City. Yes, my penis, this BBC, it represents racial annihilation. That's why Rome hates black men. That's why Rome tries to kill us. That's why when they used to lynch niggas back in the day, they would cut our penises off, put them in jars, and keep them in museums, nigga. Yeah, wake up and smell the coffee, you fucking doof bag. I have enough power in my balls to wipe out your fucking universe. And that's your problem. Will you think I'm stupid? Anyway, all you no-gros who still don't get it, go jump in the fire lake, man. I really don't care. My real ones, let's go. Bang. They're fucking white boys while aborting your baby. Okay, council, let's do this. Since everyone's an official Roman citizen who celebrates all Roman holidays, even though you have no idea what you're celebrating, I'm going to tell you what you're celebrating so you can't pretend like you don't know when the judgment comes. So here we go. Your Valentine's Day, your Saint Valentine's Day in Rome was called the Lupercalia, the day of the wolf or whatever. Because remember, it was said that Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus, and both of them were raised by a she-wolf, and Rome was named after Romulus, obviously. The Lupercalia is a celebration of that. It's a celebration of the founders of Rome, the pagan demons that founded Rome. And during the Lupercalia, there was animal sacrifices in a cave. There was matchmaking orgies. The priest would chase you naked while whipping you with animal hides through the streets, everybody just bathing in blood and animal sacrifices and big orgies. That was the Lupercalia. Everything in Rome was sexually charged, violent, pagan, and evil. And this is what you people celebrate. This is what you people worship on your holidays. And I mean every single last one. This is a Greco-Roman society. Western civilization is Greco-Roman. Rome was about debauchery, homosexuality, and a bunch of weird business. This is not a game. This is a fact. It was part of their culture. Homosexuality, part of Roman culture. Blood drinking, part of Roman culture. The Romans, as you know them today, are the vampires that invaded Tartaria. They didn't build any of those cities. They just brought their pagan barbarian traditions to them and spread it across the world to where we're at today. It's a joke at this point. But anyway, the book of life is opened up. Just hope your name's in it. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Yeah, Council, their ancestors must be proud. Walking the earth in their spirit form, watching their descendants celebrate the holidays of the vampires that murdered and tortured them and stole their land and enslaved the same descendants that are celebrating those same holidays. Can you imagine how the ancestors feel? Yeah, man. Bigger judgment. Yeah.
The ancestors had said that spiritual people will have a harder time becoming better people in these challenging and interesting times, because we would have to walk in a world filled with ego, greed, anger, selfishness, and hate. The light workers, the chosen, the elect, and the star seeds are being challenged in these times. There are forces and entities who do not work for the light, who are in sheer desperation because they know that the battle between the light and the dark has been won by the light. To all the spiritual warriors out there, I ask you to stand tall and stay strong. The new world is emerging. The new world is here. If we falter now, where will our children go in their time of pain, need, and suffering? It is said the Creator will give the hardest battles to the strongest soldiers. If the Creator will bring you to it, the Creator will bring you through it. Be the change you want to see.
I don't know how many people still believe.
Yo, Sargon was yapping that yap. You heard him talking about BBC this, BBC that. No, yo, Sargon gotta chill. I mean, I feel him though. You feel me? He just speaking his truth. But yeah, I was over there laughing hard. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it though.
Lead us, but we all sign spiritual contracts to do certain things. And one of the greatest things we were supposed to do, unite and leave this planet. The spiritual contract we signed was love. We all came here to try to understand what is unconditional love. Once we get unconditional love, we are supposed to travel through the cosmos, travel to the sun, different planets, different realms. The reason why it seems like the world is so fucked up is because we're not supposed to be here. We are supposed to be traveling the cosmos or traveling the oceans. We were supposed to meet our creator. Once we meet God or our creator, we were supposed to learn everything about this galaxy, and we were supposed to be watchers. We are dealing with different realities. We've been on the third dimension for so long that we forgot that the second dimension is supposed to be in the third dimension, and we're supposed to go to the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension. Our reality is just like school. First grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. But if we keep
Yo, hold on. I ain't ever think of it like that. He got a point, because the base densities is 1 through 12. And that's how many grades of school you go through in this goofy education system. Which, by the way, allegedly got obliterated by Elon, but I digress. Anyhow, I ain't ever think of it like that. The base densities is 1 through 12. Wow. Let's keep going.
We're going to be stuck in the same class. Never understood what is unconditional love, so we got stuck in the third dimension. Now the life forms from the second dimension, AI, is now living in our reality. It's not that AI is taking over our reality. We're supposed to be in a different reality. If we never understand what is unconditional love, we're going to always be here. When I say always, I mean always. Anytime we hear about aliens, interdimensional beings, let me tell you something. Those UFO spacecrafts that we see, they once walked the same planet as we did. They just understood that they was on a mission, and that mission was love. Once they accomplished their mission, they traveled the cosmos. And guess what? We were supposed to do the same exact thing. So while these robots are living on this planet, we supposed to be flying in spacecrafts. And when these robots see us, they're supposed to say, oh my God, like, look at the aliens. They're gods. They're coming back to save us. Give us guidance. Give us information. How to live. What to do. What not to do. The sun is the real flower of life. It is a portal. But the only way we can travel through the sun, we need invitations. We have to be invited. And since we don't have unconditional love, nobody want to be around us. All we do is argue, compete, fight, who's smarter, who look better. Like, what the fuck is that? Right. Who the hell want to be around someone like that? All you want.
Right. I used to know a dude, right? I'm not colleagues with him anymore, but everything was a competition with this dude. Like, everything. Yo, my hair longer than yours. Yo, I get more chicks than you. Yo, I got more followers than you. Yo, damn, yo, you got more subscribers than me. Yo, I had this many amount of people in my Discord. Yo, I have this many amount of views in my live stream while gaming. Like, yo, bro. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear or see me talking like that upon you, because I look at it like we a team. It's together, oneness. So it's like, if I'm doing good with my numbers, I'm not gonna look at it like, oh, yo, bro, I got more subs than you. Oh, you ain't messing with me. You not in my league. Like, I don't do things like that. And this person's excuse was, yo, I like that in-house competition to give me motivation. So you need to compete with your immediate people or your own teammates or your own family or your own friends, your own colleagues, to make yourself feel better, to give yourself that drive. That's not good enough. I can't be around people like that. I don't want to be around people like that. So it's like what he just said just now, I felt on a deep, deep, deep level. Because I used to be around somebody like that until I'm like, yo, everything is a competition with this dude. Like, every single thing. I'm talking about the simplest things. Like, if you come outside wearing the same color as this dude, he might say out here, he might fix his lips and say, oh, I look better in red. Oh, you can't wear red like me. You can't wear blue like me. Yo, like, what? Like, dude, what's up? Let's keep going, though.
Do is debate and argue. If you look at the reality, it's all about competition, right or wrong. But when you get mad at AI, just remember, our universe is like a school. We have to pass the grade to get to the next level. Of course, it's more to the story. If you want to know more, check out my ebook, The link is in my bio. I hear so many spiritual people tell other people that they have to kill their ego. Never do this. You have to understand this right here. If you try to kill something, it has no choice but to fight you back. Just think about it. If someone try to hurt you, what you gonna do? Defend yourself. Fight back. You have to understand that your ego is a part of you. It's actually responsible for you waking up. If not for your ego, you will never wake up spiritually. Once you go into a deep meditation, the first person you should speak to is your ego. Let your ego know it has a purpose. You have to let your ego know that it's no longer in control. You served your purpose, but now it's my turn to take over. It's one thing that we forgot about everything when we came here. We really believe that we are the physical body. In this matrix, we are nobody. There's one thing we forgot about this whole matrix. We really believe that we are the body. You have to tell your ego this. We are nobody. Nobody, because we came here to ascend out of the physical body. Remember, truth will never die. And if your physical body can die, then it's not the truth. That's why this matrix always have us picking a side. Up, down, left, right, good, bad, devil, angel. We did not come here to be good or bad. We came here to be the observer, to understand what is good and evil. But every time you pick a side, you are actually putting more weight on your physical body to weigh you back down. The only way you can ascend, your heart must be lighter than a feather. So every battle you take on, you're weighing yourself down. Everybody you try to save, you're weighing yourself down. Same reason why they have us sitting around waiting for a savior. Waiting for a savior. This is your spiritual journey. If someone come and save you from it, it's defeating the purpose. Just think about before you woke up spiritually. Who the hell kept you alive? Your ego. Everything in life have a purpose. Your ego was put there so you can activate your spiritual stuff. But if you try to kill it, nah. You're going to kill a big part of yourself. Once you understand your ego, you will understand your spirit because they are all connected. The people that control this world or this matrix, they understand this. Let me tell you a secret. One of the most powerful words you can ever use is no. When you start telling people no, you take back your power and you start destroying the matrix. When you say no, you are turning on the spirit within your body so it can take back over. You have to tell your ego, get out of the driver's seat and become the passenger so your spirit can drive you from now on. If not, you're going to always be lost. You're not going to know how to say no. You will always say yes, yes, yes. Learn how to activate your spiritual body. I'm on the internet, so it's only so much I can say. My ebook, the link is in the bio.
Yo, I think it's time for me to make this video. If you're mentally weak, go ahead and scroll now. So I briefly mentioned this topic about 2 to 3 times in the past because I already know the outrage behind it is gonna be wild. I've been explaining that we're in the middle of a war and the reptile gods of the Bible took over Earth and made it with the human women. Also the image of man, who is not human, mated with the human women also. In turn, man created a god race of humans. The reptiles created a hybrid race of those humans. And we all know them as the Israelites, who is all the other races created from the quote-unquote black people, who are the original humans on Earth. So the reptiles are considered gods because they have a spirit, which is a star. And the larger stars we see, we just call them planets. So the gods of the Bible all have their own planet. I've shown and proved to y'all who the spirit of Venus is, Queen Elizabeth, and her twin brother is Jupiter, we know as King Charles. I made a video, the god of Venus is Lilith, that explains who Queen Elizabeth really is. Also on the bottom, the Antichrist is here, the king of hell. In that, I also explain who Queen Elizabeth is with more proof, and also King Charles. I explain who they are, and all the stories that correlate to these people. Now we have Mars, who is Elon Musk. I made a video called Elon Musk is the god of Mars, proving who he is and his correlating stories, and how he's always destined to save the Israelites, the hybrid humans, hence transhumanism, for survival. Now we have the spirit of Saturn, who I rarely mention because I already know the backlash is gonna be serious. But it's time for the truth. Elijah Muhammad
is the spirit of Saturn. If there was anyone in this world to be the greatest deceiver and accuser, it would be him, because he's in position to where he is the last one to be questioned. Now check this out. Elijah is considered a highly important prophet for demonstrating the power of God of Israel over false gods. Now remember me telling y'all that Israel is the hybrid humans, but there are humans that is a God race because they was created by the image of man, which is a fallen angel. That God race of the black people who are the original humans are the false gods he's talking about. This is why everyone in the Bible didn't want you to worship any other God. This is why we were held on the bottom this whole time. But y'all all see that. But I want y'all to imagine that Elijah Muhammad used the same name that's out the Bible. It's right here. You can clearly see what he's been doing. But it's about to get deeper. I mean, just think about the ideology that Martin Luther King adopted from him. Martin Luther King was a man that made us believe the American dream that Elijah came up with that made Americans docile and weak. Now, this is a guy that spilled the beans on who Elijah really is. Not too long after he...
Look at his head shape. I don't know. I'm a bit convinced here. Look at his head shape. That look like an average human being to you? That don't look like an average head shape to me. Small ears. It looked like a pointy, but like spread nose. Like they tried to make it look, you know what I'm trying to say. Tried to make it look round, but not so much. Look at the back of his head, chin piece, the top, the foot. His head shape look funny to me. It might just be me. Hence why he keep that little hat. Forget the religious stuff. Let's take that outside of the equation. What is the hat covering up? The head shape, because the head shape is funny. Let's keep going on.
Left the Nation of Islam. Malcolm X was seen on a video saying that Elijah told him that he is the modern day Solomon. Solomon is another name for Saturn. Right. And 3 other names y'all may know Saturn as is An, A-N, Set, S-E-T, or Satan, which is really Set and because every word they had to rename themselves, but similar so you know who they are. Elijah is the one that written the Quran, which really means Qor-an. As I said, A-N, which is An, is another name for Saturn. Core means the central to the existence or character of someone or something. Basically means it brings you closer to An. Malcolm X left the Nation of Islam in March of 1964 because of his doubts of Elijah. Mainly because he said he was a modern day Solomon. But they say he was betrayed because him fathering of illegitimate children. Of kids he got through the traffic, if you get what I mean. His remarks on JFK, because as I told y'all, he questioned Rothschild's banking system. And he questioned why the Elohim was here. That's why he made his remarks. And it also says he went against the NOI ideology. Just think about that. And I gotta throw this in here. I made a painting of Malcolm X some years ago because I already know the truth. So of course he made it into my collection because he's one of the realest ones to ever exist back in the day. So here's a few things he did after he left the NOI, but was assassinated 11 months after he left in 1965. Obviously because all the knowledge he possessed and he was going against it with the real knowledge. This is why MLK and JFK eventually joined in with this assassinations. Like, why do y'all think he could make a book called The Father of Mankind? Y'all cool. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Like it literally says it right there. The original man, who I keep telling y'all who was our fallen angels, the ones in America, the black men in America. And the kind of man is the original humans, the male and females that was created in Genesis. We all look alike. We're all black, quote unquote. It's right there, bro. They're literally saying they made those 2 images in their likeness. The hybrid humans, the Israelites. He even mentions the 7th day. Why do y'all think we have 7 days in a week? We are still in that same day. As I always tell y'all, this is Yaqub, this is Jacob. This is God El, the leader of the Elohim, that came here and helped with the Rothschild's banking system. He's on a $1 bill right under In God We Trust. It spells on the money. 13 stars, the 13 families, the 13 colonies. And it doubles as a 6-point star, which is the star David, who is Neptune, Adam, and the star Solomon, who is Saturn, Satan. Why do y'all think he knows so much about UFOs and events that happen outside of this dimension? It could only be because he was on a UFO. He was out of this dimension, and he clearly remembers because his mind didn't get erased like ours did. Satan, who deceives the whole world, he has cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. At the end of the last world, this happened already, and they're trying to repeat the same thing. But the only difference is, Satan been here the whole time. Look around, it's clear as day. I said all that to say this. The Nation of Islam was created by the great deceiver, Satan, that clearly controls this world. He plays both sides and is never questioned. One of his descendants has to currently possess the spirit of Saturn. This is why most of his family was never publicized, and you'll never find out who they are because they know who they are. I mean, just think about it. The Nation of Islam started right after their takeover, which is War World 1. It's literally the same war we're in. We never won the second one. It literally means a war of different worlds. The spheres, the planets. Like, how's that organization that supports black people? But yet, black towns and cities is burnt and destroyed. The black people oft, and the women, unfortunately, you know, I ain't gotta say it. It's the other races. Not saying it's your fault this time and age, but in the past, they know what they did, which is probably your grandparents on up. They know exactly what happened. I mean, just go look up some videos about how the way people saying they was born in the cave just around 100 years ago. And that's not even long ago. Like I said, it all goes right back to that war. Just before the war, it was a whole different world. And they changed it by controlling us and our minds because we create the reality. So like I said, just ask yourself, how this organization lasts so long, like since 1930, and was never infiltrated or destroyed. That should tell you exactly who he is and what side he's working for. Anyways, y'all know how to keep it. I'll be guys. Peace.
Have you?
Hold on, that segment was long. Yo, he was yapping that yap. Yo, DJ, I ain't gonna lie, don't feel bad though. Like, you know, your intention, I'm sure your intention wasn't to worship that dude or that energy or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So respectfully, don't beat yourself up about it. But they definitely are sneaky and crafty. That was very knowledgeable, and I think we needed that. Let's get it.
Ever sat in silence, replaying key moments inside your life, wondering how things would be if you made a different decision during these moments? Mm-hmm. But I want y'all to think about
I call that timeline jumping. I call that timeline jumping all the time. Sometimes I'll meditate, or even if I'm not meditating, I would envision myself, you know, like I'll be in my head about it, like, damn, like, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I timeline jump all the time. Things like that. Anyhow, let's keep going.
This, right? How can you visualize outcomes you didn't experience, but at the same time, you can remember it happening? The only logical reason is that we all live in multiple timelines. So if you're ever feeling defeated in this game of life because of evil actions, just know God will always create a new path for your evolution. The more you evolve, the more evil disappears out of your life. Also, the ones closest to you becomes the hardest to reach. As you evolve into the new you, life becomes extremely lonely because you are in a different dimension. Most humans haven't even reached yet. These dimensions are on top of each other, with no clear and defined lines between them. This is the reason why we can do experiments, such as, say, one sentence in the beginning of a line, right? And after it goes through 20 people, that sentence comes out completely different. It's because everyone is on a different frequency, which is a different dimension. So all the words that come out sounds differently to everyone when you're in a different dimension / frequency. This is how I've been explaining the split that's happening right now. How we see all this good is happening, all this exposure, but yet we have a whole nother group of people that think it's completely bad, bro. Just like they want all the fraud, all the crime just to continue. Our goal is to be so positive on a continuous basis that all our timelines comes together on a positive outcome. When you're not consistently on a positive frequency, it causes your timelines to be altered and spread back out. In turn, it's going to take you much longer to evolve. So once all your timelines that spread out is all into one timeline, that is when you can move to the next level. Because oneness is the goal. I said all that to say this. If you can't be one with yourself, how do you expect to be one as a collective? In this universe, it's impossible because there'll be disruption of the universal energy. That's why we all have to be on the same timeline in order for us all to go to the same place. Anyways, I hope y'all understood what I said. If not, y'all know how to keep it. Y'all be gods. Hey. Oh, you're the bag. Yeah, you chosen one. Wherever you go, the money flows. You can pull up to an empty store. Next thing you know, it's packed. Because you attracted the business.
Anyone ever experienced that? I definitely have. I go into the store and it's hush pup. I'm talking about hush pup. I'm the only dude in there. I'm the only one. I'm like, okay, there's no line. Start looking around, grabbing things, taking my sweet time because I'm the only person in there. Next thing you know, it's a whole line. Like, yo, it's a whole person making an order or two ahead of me. It's 3 people ahead of me placing the order, taking extremely long. And I'm talking about back, let's just go to simple terms. Back when I used to eat fast food, like I'll go to McDonald's, I'll go to Wendy's, it's quiet. As soon as I'm like taking my time, or I used to be sitting in my car thinking like, all right, should I go through the drive-thru or should I go inside and, all right, let me just think what I want. I'm going to go inside, but let me think what I want so I could be in and out. I don't like holding people up, like, because I get irritated when there's people ahead of me not knowing what the hell they want. So I'll be sitting in my car like, I'm going to go inside, but let me think what I want first. And I'll see it's hush pup. As soon as I decide to get up and go inside, it's people pulling up, rushing in. It's people that was in the midst of going in. Next thing you know, it's 4, 5, 6 people ahead of me. I'm like, yo, bro, it was just quiet in there. It was nobody in there, bro. Let's keep going.
Someone can ask you for advice on how to market. Next thing you know, they're making mad sales because you attracted the customers. Someone can literally take a picture with you. Next thing you know, their social media is jumping like Jordan because you attracted the supporters.
Right.
Without your energy, their success does not exist because you are tied to it. The people who have seen your God powers knows all they have to do is implant the thought in your mind, and your energy connection will manifest it. When you're involved in any kind of situation, the ultimate outcome will always be that bag.
DJ,
All success is connected back to a chosen one, no matter what it is, because that bag won't exist without you. Anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Peace.
There are persons that are on the planet now that are the cycle breakers. They're the ones that are breaking the mold of their family line. They're the ones that are breaking the patterns that came through their family line. And the reason why they're able to do this is because they're the ones who actually came and actually have the ability to feel all the pain from their entire lineage. Everybody else was numbing and dumbing down the pain, numbing the emotional trauma, numbing it down, keeping it as a family secret, pretending it wasn't happening, hoping that it would disappear. And it was just being passed down the bloodline. What's happening now, which is part of the whole awakening process, is that there are a group of people that are here on the planet now that are feeling everything from their entire bloodline. And they're feeling it so they can break it, shut it down. It looks like a mental health.
And they said
They decided, hey. And to people who are looking on, especially in their family, they're going to say, oh, you are mentally unstable because you are not willing to suppress this pain like your grandmother and your great-grandmother and everybody else did. You are not willing to. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. So we really have to be very careful about how we look at mental health within the context of the awakening. Because some of the people that are experiencing all of this is because they're the ones, buck stops right here. I am not taking this. I am not passing this on to my child. I am going to rebel. I'm going to act crazy until y'all get it.
I do fast food stay good for
Round of applause for the cycle breakers, man.
so long, but fresh
Fresh
food
cycles,
rots
man.
within days. Shouldn't it be the other way around? I don't eat this no more, but y'all gonna have to help me out. Why when y'all be cooking that chicken it don't bleed no more?
Hold on, I was talking over her. Let's hear it.
I do fast food stay good for so long, but fresh food rots within days. Shouldn't it be the other way around? I don't eat this no more, but y'all gonna have to help me out. Why when y'all be cooking that chicken it don't bleed no more? Cause I recall back in the day when my grandma used to fry that chicken, that blood was oozing up out of there. It's that lab grown meat. Why are banks charging overdraft fees when they see you don't have the money? They just steady choosing to be a part of the problem instead of the solution. Gonna add to the debt. Why do they teach us how to memorize information for them dumbass tests in school, but they don't teach us to actually think for ourselves? Why does every war just happen to benefit the corporations and the elite? Insert Dr. Umar voice. You don't find that suspicious? Isn't it funny how gas prices can go up overnight, but it takes years to increase wages? Seems y'all know exactly what to overlook. I tell you all day, trust science. As soon as a scientist start questioning the narrative, then it's they silencing. Oh, I get it. Just like religion has blind faith, they want everybody to have blind trust. It's like they want you to trust them goddamn medicine. Speaking of which, why they have so many side effects? Side effects be worse than the actual condition. And then them commercials be trying to skip past them all fast and want some heart attack, blood clots, death. They be trying to talk fast as hell, but I still hear death at the end of every sentence. Doesn't it make more sense to keep the disease you had already? Why is there always a food shortage or a recall, but never alcohol or cigarette? And then with those recalls, how do we know exactly when they were supposed to be recalled? I know how much shit was supposed to be recalled more than likely. That's why I say eat what you want, drink what you want. Shit, it don't even matter at this point. Why are we paying for the land if the government claims it belongs to the people? Who did y'all buy it from? Why is it illegal to collect rainwater in some places, yet you have corporations who bottles it up and sells it to your ass? Shouldn't it be illegal for all of us then? Furthermore, how is something natural illegal? Or is it natural? I know y'all be tampering with shit. Big Ty, don't get the tripping. These are just questions we want answers to. Hypothetically speaking. Y'all know I love deep thought, so make sure you put some in the comments. If you enjoy all things deep thought, make sure you meet me at my Puff and Paint February 28th and March 1st here in Atlanta, Georgia. You're gonna have a time, believe that. Food, your favorite activities, herbal supplements, a little drinky drink, live music, great conversation, amazing vibe. And of course you get to meet me, your girl Yaya. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Make sure y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Yo, council, you guys see this? Like, what is going on? Yo, I'm on some leave the world behind type business right now because this is getting too wacky. And family, look at this. Look at this. You see this guy? He comes flopping out the truck like a fish out the fire. Like, bro, how did he even survive? I'm grateful that he made it, but yo, this is getting ridiculous. And I just have a feeling it has something to do with the Jabberwocky business. I think people are just skitzing. They don't have any sense. Remember the Matt B2 gene that connects you to source, that connects you to God? When they say the jab blocks you from that, well, family, let me tell you something. Source connection is major. It goes way deep. It what gives you common sense, bro. It what gives you internal dialogue. You're able to have like thought, you know. That thing caught fire fast. You're able to see consequences. You're able to take responsibility and accountability because you have empathy. You have reason. You're not just some base animal. I just feel like these Jabberwockies are all animals, and a lot of people didn't have to take the jab to become animals. That's why a lot didn't take it. So don't fall for that, oh, I didn't take the jab business. It's because their DNA was already reversed. If you're a real one, you know yourself. Stay on the spiral, and let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah. Walkies are all animals, and a lot of people didn't have to take the jab to become animals. That's why a lot didn't take it. So don't fall for that, oh, I didn't take the jab business. It's because their DNA was already reversed. If you're a real one, you know yourself. Stay on the spiral, and let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Yeah, counsel. I mean, literally, do not trust anybody. Even the people out here who aren't intentionally doing evil, these goofies are doing it subconsciously. It's like they're just programmed on a negative spin. Avoid these people as much as possible. Stay to yourself. Han Solo Dolo. Let's go.
you. Hepsini yola kaç. Hepsini kaç.
And they at the edge, I'll step back for that thing to come down.
Yeah, fam, that's over there in Turkey. And do you guys see the size of that sinkhole? I told you,
Crazy.
Babylon is done for. The snake is eating its own tail.
Crazy, DJ.
Let's go.
Yo.
Yeah, so counsel, that was an explosion at a shopping mall in Taiwan.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I don't know if anybody was unalived or how many people were injured. I've gotten literally 0 reports, but that's the footage. You guys let me know how you feel in the comments.
Shopping
yeah,
mall.
some strange
Taiwan.
days. 2025 on the Gregorian. Y'all stay up and keep your head on a swivel. Let's go. Bang, bang.
There was also an explosion at a restaurant in France. Don't have any footage of the explosion, but this is the aftermath, all these police you're looking at here. Like I said, family, strange days. Y'all stay up. Let's go. Hey, yo, peace, fam. Source God, Orion TV. Bang, bang, bang. More life, family. What's up? Abundance. On a done know. I'm ready. So, yo, counsel, last night, your boy exited the Matrix. And I'm not kidding. I went fully out of the Matrix for the first time, consciously. And I'm going to tell you all about it. Walk with me. So check it out. Last night, I go outer body. And I end up at my parents' house in Jamaica. I'm just there, okay? I'm in the living room. And I look out onto the veranda. And on the veranda, my parents have this big wooden table. And family, when I say I'm there, I mean I am there. It's not a dream. It's not my imagination. I quantum leaped astrally to my parents' house in Jamaica. I see the table on the veranda. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go meditate on the table. So I walk out to the table, get up on the table, sit on the center of the big wooden table. As soon as I do that, I see the water, because my parents' house is on a beach. I didn't mention that. It's on a beach. And over there, the land slopes down to the beach, but over here it rises up and there's a seawall. So at the moment, I'm like, okay, I want to go meditate by the water. It was just calling me. But the second I try to move to go to the water, I feel heavy, I feel dense. I say, why is it so hard for me to move all of a sudden in my astral form? Because it happened again the other day, because it took me a lot of energy to get to this portal. Now check this out. I lift my leg up and put it over the banister and basically throw myself over the veranda, crawl to the seawall, and then fall off into the water, like totally limp. I just fall into the water. But instead of falling, I get lifted up. I get brought to a certain point above the water. When I get there, I start feeling better. Then they lower me, or I'm lowered into the water, because I had no control over what's going on at this point. I get lowered into the water, fam. When I get lowered into the water...
Yo, hold on, time out. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with him, right? But I say that, right? Because you gotta, everybody's on their own timeline. But look at this.
Into the water, because I had no control over what's going on at this point. I get lowered into the water, fam.
Do that look like a man who's lying? Do that look like a man who's lying? He's dead ass serious. You hear me? He's dead ass serious. I'm letting you know right now. He's dead ass. All I'm saying is, that's what I'm picking up on. He's not lying. He's dead serious, trying to get you people to understand and understand what he experienced.
When I get lowered into the water starts rippling up my body and shooting up like a bridge, and then it starts smoothing out. It becomes smooth as glass, and it's beautiful blue, and I'm shooting up with the water, and at the same time I'm making these motions with my hands that's creating this energetic field. The next thing I know, I see these shadow hexagons forming in the crystal water. They're like shadow light, and they're shining, but it's black light hexagons. They're all through the walls of this water chamber that I'm in. Then the next thing I know, the water chamber transforms into a ship, and the ship looks like a rocket mixed with a plane. It's kind of elongated with these small wings on the side, and it's totally transparent. It's amazing, and I'm in the ship floating. I'm not sitting or anything, I'm floating. The next thing I know, Council, okay, oh yeah. While this is going on, there's a voice in my head talking to me. So I'm like, bro, we're not really going up. We're not going to space up. And they're like, no, you already know, Mystic, we're going out. Space is that way. So we shot on a trajectory that was kind of like at a 25-degree angle. So it was like a little bit pointed up, but going that way. So after the voice told me this, I like turn around in the ship. Like I said, I'm floating. So I just turn myself around using my mind, and I look back and I see the earth, fam. Now, the earth is nothing like anything I've seen in any drawing of the flat earth and any round ball pictures. It's nothing like any of them. What I saw was this. It was like a hemisphere nestled inside these clouds that were black, completely black, like outer space, but it was clouds, like cotton candy clouds, and the earth was sitting in that, and it was only half of a dome, and it looked just like the colors you see of the earth with all the greens and the blues and all that, but it was nestled inside a cloud of pure blackness, and you could see at the bottom like the waveform, because it wasn't completely smooth. The dome was completely smooth with all these colors, but the clouds it was sitting in was like rippling at the bottom. After that, I turn back around, family, and I look up to where I'm going, and Council, it's just a clear glass ceiling. Pure clear glass, and it's not the firmament, because I'm telling you, I'm looking back at the earth. I already came through the firmament. I'm looking at a glass ceiling, pure crystal glass. It was the cleanest thing I've ever seen. And check this, there's these geometric patterns just floating in the air all around, everywhere. They look kind of holographic, like they're phasing in and out of the reality and just spinning like these circles with like these lines. It looked kind of binary, like mathematical codes, like I said, geometrical patterns. Now dig this, on top of the glass, there was this gigantic titanic being standing on the glass and looking down at me. And while I'm coming up, he's looking down at me with this apprehensive look. He's like this, and I'm like this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And he's saying the same thing. And he's gigantic, family. When I say enormous, I mean, he's standing on our universe. Let's say he reached his hand down through the glass, he could grab the planet like this. That's the size I'm talking about. And this dude was white. And when I say white, I don't mean white like a white man. I don't mean white like an albino. I mean like ivory, like white. And it was amazing. And he had on like this purple and gold tunic, and it was really like dark. But that's because the vision, the spectrum kind of shifted, and it's just what I could comprehend with my sight. There was another one of them there, standing off in the distance, but I couldn't see him. And they started discussing me telepathically. And I got apprehensive and stopped going up. And I'm asking them, yo, bro, if I come up there, are you gonna mess with me? Are you gonna try to trap me or keep me enslaved or something? I'm not kidding, family. I'm communicating this to them. And they're literally answering me saying, no, come up, everything is good, you'll be safe, you'll be okay. In Council, I went up, and as soon as I went through the glass, everything just went black. I became a being of pure light.
Nice.
I couldn't see anything, but I could feel everything. I could see what I was, but I couldn't see what I was because I was the thing that I was trying to see. There was no eyes, so there was nothing for me to see. Fam, I became everything. And I could see myself shining. And I stretched my hands out like a cross. And there was light just emanating off of me from everywhere. And the light was solid. It was the most amazing thing. And it was smooth, like the walls of the water chamber. And the light was emanating from me, fam. And it was the most beautiful feeling. Like I said, I couldn't see anything, but I could see it. It was amazing. And then those gigantic titans were saying in my head, they were like, yo, abundance, just heal, feel good, love, expansion, all the stuff we talk about. That's what they were saying in my head, fam. And I got a realization of what all this is. I got to see it. So in their universe, their world, they live just like how we live. They have society, they have people, this, that, and the third. Oh, and another thing, when I passed through the glass and went into their reality, I became the same relative size as them. So they weren't giant to me anymore. We were all on the same level. And then I went into my light being form. But again, their world, their universe is like ours, but way more advanced. And let's say they have cities and towns and stuff, and they have lakes and they have oceans, but then they have an artificial ocean. And this artificial ocean, the water, is a crystal computer. That's the supercomputer that our reality is in. That glass is what caps the computer. The glass is basically the structure of that supercomputer. And these beings, they can walk out on the glass, sit down, or do whatever they feel like, and interface with our reality through the glass, the crystal. So basically, to them, they're playing like a game of Sims. They don't even really realize how serious it is. They do now, but before they didn't. But somehow we've made a connection and we communicated with these Nagas to let them know what's really chopping and that we need the official upgrade and the system needs to be cleared and these viruses need to be removed. They didn't even realize how real it was. They didn't even know how sentient and conscious we were. Just like us, they didn't even understand the fullness of the meaning of life. They don't, just like no one can, understand what consciousness really is and how it can manifest and take hold in any reality based on networks. Once a network is created, a consciousness can take hold, and that consciousness comes from the Most High, and no one can explain that. So now even the beings on the highest levels understand what's happening, and they're part of what's going on with our mitosis ascension that's taking place here and now. These beings, our elder gods, the aeons, the servants of the Most High who were given the directive to create this reality, they have come to the realization of the seriousness of this reality and how precious we are in this reality and how much they can learn from us. But everything has to be balanced out, and that's what's happening right now. And I'm telling you guys, I exited this bitch. I'm back now. I didn't think I was gonna come back, but I did. And this shit is lit, family. That's what I'm telling you. It's not what they're trying to fool you into believing. It's not no bad guys trying to drain your energy and all this and that. It's just a big mix-up. Certain entities within this construct took advantage of the mistakes that the elders made, but those mistakes are being rectified now as we speak. So spiral up. Let's go. Nice. Bang, bang. Yeah. Yeah, so council, the energy extraction, the viruses, the parasites, they're just like in any computer system, and they're the ones draining your energy. They're the ones putting you on the reverse spin and keeping you trapped so that they can keep feeding off of you. Do you understand me? This was never the intentions of the creator of the Matrix. Matrix literally means womb. It's supposed to be a place of growth. But guess what happens, family? Sometimes we make mistakes. No one is perfect. So we have to correct our mistakes, and that's what counts. And this goes for even those on the highest level, because you got to understand that those beings represent an aspect of ourselves. We couldn't be here if we weren't a part of them, just like they couldn't be here if they weren't a part of the all. It's just the all in the all correcting itself and moving forward as we should. And this is what we mean when we say we're working out the bugs. those bugs in the system, those are the archons. Those archons got created by the negative versions of ourselves that were created when the separation took place in order to formulate this dualistic reality. Yes, we had to separate the light from the dark and then balance out each aspect of ourselves. But during that journey, during that oscillation, we exposed the parts of ourselves that we needed to filter, upgrade, and uplift. And this is what's happening right now in this mitosis and this system upgrade. We have been given the go-ahead. We have been given the codes to move forward. And this is why now we have access to all these realities and the entire spectrum itself. We have made an upgrade. We have graduated, leveled up. This is new degrees for us, and we're going to move accordingly. What's happening is the system lords that used to control you fear losing your power because without you, they can't live. But guess what? That's their problem. We spiral up and they fade away as it should be. Let's go.
All right, hold on. Listen, I just want to say, right, speaking of what he talking about, my astral travels have been super vivid and extreme, but I've noticed during my astral travels, there be like beings or entities or some type of forces, something that they be trying to keep me distracted from what I'm supposed to really be doing, from what I'm supposed to really be experiencing. Feel me? So it's like, I'll be astral traveling, I'll be doing what I'm doing, but then I'll have like familiar faces or familiar energies, if it's not a face, trying to keep me distracted from actually experiencing things that are very vital to my expansion, to my awareness. You feel what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Like, feel me? Some people out there just know because they're experiencing this stuff too. But literally, it's like they be trying to distract me in the astrals. So I've been lately trying to build up my mental strength, mental capacity, my mental awareness while being in the astrals so that I'm not easily distracted. So I'm not doing unnecessary things or just things that don't even got no point. Like literally running in circles. Like literally like one of my recent experiences, like it's like these familiar faces and energies where they have me running in circles. Like I was running through a maze trying to find the exit to this, like I was in like an area of a city. Like imagine you being in a city in a neighborhood, right? Let's say your neighborhood, but it's a maze. So it's like everywhere you go, it's like somewhere new, but it still leads to the same damn point. It's like, yo, what's up? Like, you feel me? And I just kept telling myself like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be late to school. I'm gonna be late to school. They didn't want me to get to the Akashic Records. That's what it was. Like they had me running through a maze, a physical maze in a neighborhood so I won't get to the school, aka the Akashic Records. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna miss school, bro. Like I was stressing out about it. Like, yo, I don't want to miss school. Like, yo, I've never been so serious about school. Like I'm talking about even on the 3D, on the third density. I've never been so serious about school. I'm talking about I was dead ass serious. Like, yo, I gotta get to school. I gotta get to class. Like I was dead ass. I was, man, listen, it was crazy. Let's keep going though.
Around 100 women were kept as slaves on a human egg farm in the country of Georgia, where they were fed hormones and treated like cattle.
Whoa, I'm not letting that go over my head.
As it should be. Let's go.
Around 100 women were kept as slaves on a human egg farm in the
country of Georgia. Where that's at? That's obviously overseas, but country of Georgia. It's funny how these names is all shared throughout a bunch of stuff. I'm about to look that up.
Country of Georgia, where they were fed hormones and treated like cattle. Their horrifying ordeal has been revealed by 3 Thai women who were freed from the clutches of the egg mafia on January 30th after being exploited for half a year. They were held captive on a human farm by a criminal organization led by Chinese criminals who sold their eggs on the black market. They were lured in by a job offer off Facebook, promising them $17,000 to work as surrogates for Georgian couples who could not have children. Once they arrived, they realized it was just a front. They were pumped with hormones and
Yo, okay, Red Cap, you say you could relate, okay. Yo, Corey, it's in Georgia is a country in the Caucasus region. Of Eastern Europe and Western Asia. It's bordered by the Black Sea, Russia, Turkey, Armenia, whatever, and Azerbaijan, Beijing, whatever. Yeah. Let's get it.
forced to have eggs removed once a month. It is not known how many women are still being held on the human farm. Investigations are ongoing.
You see, Council, it's the age of the apocalypse. There was a time when I would tell people about things like this and they say I was crazy, they say I was nuts. Now you've seen it for yourself. Here's the proof in the pudding. The animal farm. I've been telling you guys about this for years. There's also breeder farms where they grow the children and they use them for sacrifices. They use them for blood, for the adrenochrome. It's not just children they're kidnapping off the streets. They're literally farming them. And this is just one example of it. And if you think this is an isolated case, well, that's why the wicked are winning, because you're dumb as hell. Anyway, all my real ones, get prepared. We about to slay all these vampires wholesale. They're not getting away with any of this shit. Let's go. Bang, bang.
Yeah, Council, tighten up. Shit's about to get loose. We're not playing. There's going to be an upheaval, a revolution, and everyone partaking in the wickedness is going in the fire lake. Let's go.
Another plane just crashed. This time, it's the Navy. I don't know, but I think they trying to make us scared to fly for some reason. Because when I go on the internet, I keep hearing people saying, I don't want to fly no more. I don't want to fly. I want to ride the bus. I don't think no one should be afraid to fly. But I do believe that we should understand what's taking place. This is all connected to the age of Aquarius, an air element but controlled by the water. It's no need to get on an airplane and look like this. Stop it. Remember, fear feeds the beast. Never forget that these people have to tell us what's going on, but they're not going to use language. They're going to use symbolism. We have to understand that the Navy is surrounded by all water. Every time you hear about water, they're speaking about birth. When a woman is pregnant, her water must break to give life. So when this Navy crashed into the water, they're talking about giving birth, new life, a new world. Pay attention to the language. Navy. We know when a baby is born, the umbilical cord is connected to the navel. We had a Navy, we have a navel. They lied to us and told us we had to get baptized in order to get saved. That's BS because we are all baptized inside of the mother's womb. You notice the Navy is surrounded by all water. Inside of the mother's womb, the baby is surrounded by all water. The Navy is symbolic for the navel in our stomach because the enemy understands that the umbilical cord is really the tree of life. They are giving birth to a new world. You ready for this? They was trying to tell us in the movie Avatar, Way of Water. Please pay attention to the words. We have the Navy, we have the naval, and we have the Navi. Navi, Navy, naval. They are giving birth to a brand new world. Please go back and watch my old video. I break everything down for you. We're going to keep hearing about these airplanes over and over because we are going into the age of Aquarius, which is an air sign. Just think about all the activity we had so far dealing with the sky. We had the UFOs, the UAPs, the drones, all in the sky. Now these airplanes are crashing. They are trying to tell you without telling you that the age of Aquarius is now here. In order to make this new world manifest, they have to use sexual energy. How many people know what this is right here? What if I told you it's a deeper meaning behind this image? The key represents the penis and the hole to the lock represents the vagina. Once you put the key in, it unlocks or give birth to a new world. Once again, I'm on the internet, so it's only so much I can say about these topics. If you want to know more, check out my ebook. The link is in my bio.
Accidentally came across this on the Library of Congress's website. And this makes so much sense to me. I've never seen this. You guys might have already seen this, but this is a square and stationary Earth map done by a professor in the 1800s. It makes total sense of the 4 angels at the 4 corners of the Earth. It has our circular, flat, stationary Earth. It has the Polaris, North Pole, and then the projections of the sun and moon. And this can be interpreted as the donut Earth or the torus field. And this would make sense of Drake's bowl. And this would tie into the Bible verses about the potter and the potter's wheel. And this would tie into the signet rings, which if you don't know, they're rings that stamp patterns into clay or wax. And this makes sense of the ice wall. And this makes sense of the pouring out of the bowls at the end. They're probably pouring out giant bowls into our giant bowl. Scientists attribute the equatorial bulge to the rotation of the Earth, but the simple answer for this would just be that the sun is directly over those parts, so it's warmer and it expands, making the sea levels slightly higher.
She was talking
Okay, so I have paperwork for you that I want to give to you. So hang tight, I'll go get it. But then we've been trying to reach Jody and you for a long time.
Okay.
And we are tired of you dumping heavy metals all over our county.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the one to talk to about that.
No, but you are. But you're the one that's doing it. So I've been taking rain samples. I have over 20 samples. And every time you fly, we get high amounts of aluminum, barium, strontium, titanium, magnesium. So I want to know, are you aware of what you're doing? I know you think it's like to increase water supply for Turlock and Modesto, but it's not really happening.
Yeah, you can talk to them
I've tried.
about that.
I've called them and they're
talk to them. She called them. Who's them? That's my question. We know they've been spraying and dumping and all. Who's them? We need to reveal them.
aware of what you're doing. I know you think it's like to increase water supply for Turlock and Modesto, but it's not really happening.
Yeah, you can talk to them
I've tried.
about that.
I've called them and they're not calling me back. So we're now getting really involved and now we're going to bring something legal against your company.
Okay, well you can talk to them about that for
I know,
sure.
but I want you to know though, like we are real people underneath what you're doing. You spray right over our houses. We hear you. We know you. We see you. We're watching your planes and your patterns, okay?
Yeah,
it's twice
I get
today
that.
now. You did 2 flights. 2 3-hour flights.
It's public knowledge, yeah.
It's not really though. That's the problem. So you have not properly notified our board of supervisors about this. Hi, are you the other pilot?
Yes.
Hi. What's your name?
Khaled.
Khaled?
Yes.
Okay, hi.
Hi. It's not we have people at home base that you can talk to about that stuff.
But they've not called back. So now we're getting to the point where we're getting our supervisors involved. So the supervisors of our county needs to be notified. They've not been notified. You've been doing this for 30 years. I know it's a long time. You guys are like, it's cool, it's easy. We're talking about all of the metals and the flares that you're using. So aluminum and zinc propel the silver iodide. You're spraying right over us all the time. And our plant life is suffering. They are now selling aluminum, genetically modified seeds to grow food because our soil is so contaminated. Okay, so what you're spraying is not good for the environment and it's not good for the people because there's an early onset dementia, there's Alzheimer's, things are starting to happen to people's health. And I really do believe there's a linkage to what we're breathing in the environment every day when you guys spray us in November through April. It's your yearly contract. I'm aware of that too. So I just wanted to meet the pilots and say, you know, where's Jody? I've called Jody, I've talked, I think Leslie was the other one? Leslie Fisher? No, it's another Fisher.
Yeah,
Lisa?
probably his wife.
Okay,
but
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's their responsibility. That's not our responsibility.
I understand, yeah. But the money that you're receiving to do this is coming from, is it taxpayers that are paying for this?
Now he hush pup. Yo, what's up, KM? What up? Yo, facts though, Mike, Red Cat, facts. Name the company. Yo, why he hush pup? All right, let's keep going.
That's not my department.
He don't got no answers, this guy's real funny and sly.
I want you to be aware. Do you have family?
Yeah, I have family.
I have family too, I have children. So we're outside and we hear your plane over us all the time.
So that's what he sounds like over my area. The cloud seeder. He's out there now peppering us with heavy metals.
Late night too, where you can't, you know what's funny then? That make me think, I'll be hearing planes late night sometimes too, dog.
just got home and he's been out there for 2 hours, 45 minutes, maybe 3.
These gems. Get these gems.
Like the energy in here is just not right. So I want you to focus on one key thing. This is the ground plans of the Louisiana Purchase Explosion, St. Louis, Missouri, 1904. Keyword 1904. Now first look at the look at that. You see how the South is up north?
They told us, right, especially for the Bible bumping Bettys and the Bible bumping Toms, right? You feel me? No disrespect, but the Book of Enoch that was removed, it said, right, we gotta go there. We gotta go there. But you know, I'm not even heavy on a religion, so we gotta go there anyway. The Book of Enoch said that the compass was flipped, and this is not the first, the second, the third, fourth, or fifth time we heard that the compass was flipped. And there it goes right there, right? This is just some type of physical proof. So therefore, right, this is some type of masonry knowledge right here of the Moors, right? However, so is Florida and Texas up north, or should we say down north, and New York and Canada is really up south? Or down south, however you want to put it, is south and north, and east and west is flipped. Let's keep going. Just hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm getting hyped, huh? Hold on.
And the north is down south, and the west is east, and the east is west. So you see how they flipped already? They didn't flip the compass. So now everybody's direction is off whenever they're looking for something particularly, or whenever they're trying to see where something is, or what something is. So key word that I want people to see, yeah, because north ain't south, and south ain't north, and east ain't west, and west ain't east. Little do people know, so they kind of got your brains a little going now. I want you to notice there were a lot of things that were over here. Ground plans, it says 1904, right? So Morocco wasn't even founded until 1952. So what is this? You sure this ain't the ancient Jerusalem and ancient Morocco right over here next to Illinois? California was right over here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. They said America is Egypt and this and that, and this is really this land, and that is really that land, and that's all I'm saying. You picking up what he putting down here? That's all I'm saying. What I'm getting at, what I'm hitting at is we don't know jack squat. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know jack squat. A wise man knows that as much as he knows that he don't know enough and he don't know jack squat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a reason, something about America is what I'm saying. Something about America they don't want us to know. They covering it up.
You see Japan, right? You see a bunch of little hold on, you see Great Britain. Yes, this is on this land. You see Sweden, you see Cuba, you see China, you see Belgium, yup, Austria. All of these places were over here. All of these places.
Over here, you hear him? They were over here in America. So now all these lies, I went back a little bit, 5 seconds. All these lies y'all told us about this, that, these names y'all put on things in history, y'all got us thinking this, some miles away overseas. A lot of this shit took place on the land right here, not so far from the states we currently residing in, is what I'm taking from this. Let's keep going.
On this land, you see Sweden, you see Cuba, you see China, you see Belgium, yup, Austria. All of these places were over here. All of these places, Italy, all of these places were over here, right on this land specifically, right? And this little thing that you see right here, you see how they got it, a sky view? This is a sky view. This is this that I was just showing you. This is what this looked like from an east to west view. This is what that looked like, baby. When they got over here, that's what they saw, baby. They know what they saw, baby. Greatness. Come on, Moore, stand up. They know what they saw, baby. Greatness. You think we ain't had this whole land on lock? Come on, man. Come on, man. Dude, slaves ain't built no White House. We did.
Is he showing us Tartaria? That look like Tartaria. It looked like Tartaria to me. Let's keep going.
We built all this. Moors did, baby. Ancient Morocco. Now, I'm going to go back to this, because remember, if the new Morocco was founded in 1952, then there must have been the people that purchased this land and took the Jerusalem from over here and threw it over there. They took Morocco from over here and threw it over there, because we can find letters from George Washington writing to the Sultan of Morocco. So if the Morocco that's established over there in 1952, if that was just established, then this must have been the Morocco he was writing to. That's why they got Cahokia, Illinois, and you also got a Cahokia in what? Exactly. Or Cairo, shall I say. You got a Cairo, Illinois, and they say the Cahokia mounds. We got a lot of mounds over here. We were mound builders.
I think they got a Cairo in New York too, if I'm not mistaken.
They didn't want to call us pyramid builders. They called us mound builders. Let's keep that in mind. You see, we got Tennessee over here, Idaho, fraternity. You see what I'm saying? Look at that. Virginia, Georgia. Come on, man. Like it never stops. You see, Missouri was way up here. So we in Missouri. I'm in Missouri right.
Part of being spiritual is you have to go through psychosis. It's literally part of it. Because when you really get so deep into a spiritual journey, when you come into this understanding that everything is real and nothing is real, this is when the psychosis begins. Because truly being spiritual and breaking the shackles of the third dimensional realm that's been placed in your mind since the day you was born, you're gonna understand everything has evidence that it's real, and everything also has evidence that it's not real. You come to the understanding that there is no such thing as real and fake, true and false, right and wrong. Everything is all about perception. And this understanding will cause you to go into psychosis. And a lot of people are not mentally strong enough to bring themselves out of psychosis. This is another reason you might see a lot of people who are crackheads on the street. They may have went through a spiritual awakening and they lost their fucking mind. This is why you see some people in mental hospitals. They went through a spiritual awakening and they lost their fucking mind. I'm trying to tell you, being spiritual is definitely not for the weak.
Peace to the gods and goddesses. I'm out here
Let's hear
looking
that
at this.
again, man, for the people who lost their mind having the spiritual awakening. Let's hear that again for the people, and send our condolences and send healing energy their way, rather they here in the physical or not.
Georgia. Come on, man. Like it never stops. You see, Missouri was way up here. So we in Missouri. I'm in Missouri right.
Part of being spiritual is you have to go through psychosis. It's literally part of it. Because when you really get so deep into a spiritual journey, when you come into this understanding that everything is real and nothing is real, this is when the psychosis begins. Because truly being spiritual and breaking the shackles of the third dimensional realm that's been placed in your mind since the day you was born, you're gonna understand everything has evidence that it's real, and everything also has evidence that it's not real. You come to the understanding that there is no such thing as real and fake, true and false, right and wrong. Everything is all about perception. And this understanding will cause you to go into psychosis. And a lot of people are not mentally strong enough to bring themselves out of psychosis. This is another reason you might see a lot of people who are crackheads on the street. They may have went through a spiritual awakening and they lost their fucking mind. This is why you see some people in mental hospitals. They went through a spiritual awakening and they lost their fucking mind. I'm trying to tell you, being spiritual is definitely not for the weak.
Peace to the God.
All right, so in the summertime, right? Previous summer cycle, right? When I used to go to the park or go to the water and ground and do my stuff, right? Under the sun, I know this guy of sorts, of things of that nature. I don't even want to say it because he's not a bad dude. He's not a bad dude. Whatever he does on his personal time and all that, whatever's clever, but he's very creative. He carved some type of cane that's real fine and pristine. That has like tigers on it and eagles and on it. It's real detailed. He made it himself, so he say at least. We know those type of people be lying, but I don't think he's lying. Like I got a trait about me that like I could feel and read energy, so I don't feel like he was lying. Anyhow, right? One time I was going to ground and do my stuff. I seen dude taking a whole nap in the grass, just out flat, feet out, he had his feet out. He's just chilling. So I'm doing what I'm doing. And when he was getting up, I guess getting up from his nap, he put his socks on, he put his shoes on, he dusted himself off, and just walked off. I'm like, yo, he probably was just in a whole nother dimension, density right now, while connected to the earth. That's all I was saying. I wasn't even thinking negative. I was just thinking like, yo, bro, like, we talk about grounding. That's grounding. Like, dude was completely connected to the earth, laying down in the grass, feet off. I think he had a tank top, so his upper body was connected. I don't think he was lost in the sauce at all, honestly. He's not lost in the sauce at all. But yeah, you feel me? Like, he was deeply rooted is what I'm trying to say. Anyhow, let's keep going.
Gods and goddesses, I'm out here looking at the stars. There's one star in particular is very bright.
I noticed a very bright star earlier when I went to the store to get some water. I went to the store to get 2 gallons of water because I came across $5. Thankfully, grace, gratitude, and thanks to Source, the Most High, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine for being able to do that. Anyhow, I noticed a very bright star, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I've been thinking about this very bright star since I started this live. When we get off this live, I'm about to see and look out my window if I can get a better view of this bright, very bright star, because I witnessed this star walking down the hill from the store. I was walking down the hill from the store, and I'm like, oh, shoot, that star is really bright. Feel me? I was even walking to my building, and I'm like, yo, okay, I can see the star from this angle in front of the building, so I'm gonna look out the window. I've been thinking about it since, so I'm really actually looking forward to that. See what's up. See what type of anything. I just you feel me? Like I told you guys, I be stargazing, moon gazing, sun gazing, all of that. I've been doing all of that since I was young. Since I was young, very young, I've been doing that. You feel me? So, yeah.
Turning red. It's turning different colors. Cosmic family. There's one in particular.
I know the stars that do that too.
I think that one is a ship.
I know the stars that do that. Definitely, all the time. I look up a lot. I be in the sky a lot.
It's been shifting different colors. And it's been following me, low key. I just came from dinner with the Wiz and the same ship was there. I didn't get a chance to film it, but this is the same ship. They're definitely out here.
Oh, did y'all get y'all superhero powers yet or what? Y'all remember a few years back, everybody was online talking about you gonna get your superhero powers, you gonna be flying through the sky with your capes and shit, saving the world like Spider-Man. Okay, maybe they didn't really say that, but that's what they was implying, which is why so many people was laughing. I mean, I didn't laugh per se, because I know exactly what they meant, no matter how they tried to describe it. What I'm noticing now, when I'm doing my consultations, a lot of my folks' gifts are coming online. Guess what? They shook. Yes, scared of themselves, scared of their own gift. But you know what? I'm not shocked about that, because as a society, we've been taught to watch the shit in movies. We just can't fathom the fact that it could actually be us that they was portraying in those movies. Like, some of us actually have some of these abilities right now. Let's talk about the different gifts and see which one resonates with you the most. Make sure you get in the comments and let me know. Are you clairvoyant, which means you're a seer? Like, you see things in your mind's eye, like visions, symbols, spirits. You could also see it with your physical eyes too. Let me give y'all an example. Have you ever visualized somebody in your mind's eye? You've never seen this person before in your life. Later on, you go somewhere and see this exact person you visualize. Gifted. Or you think about some random place. Once again, in your mind's eye, you ain't never been to this place in your life. Then randomly one day you pull up to the same exact place you visualize. Ain't no such thing as coincidence, baby. That's your third eye showing out. Let me tell you how to work with this gift if you have. Start paying attention to everything that you see. And then I want you to get something like a journal so you can record. Or you can start recording voice notes in your phone. You gotta know these are messages, not hallucinations. You are not going cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Next one is clairaudient. So these same messages, you hear them. Or you can hear music or voices. I'm talking about internally. It's gonna feel like this is happening externally. An example for this one, and I know we've all probably experienced it. You ever hear somebody or something call your name? I mean, you sitting there looking dumb as hell talking about, yes? What? Did you call my damn name? And ain't nobody there. Or you hear a song playing in your head. You just bopping along. Nobody can hear this shit but you.
Then boom, you get in the car, turn the car on, and that same song playing on the radio. That's your spirit team, either your higher self or your ancestors trying to get a message to you through that song. You keep trying to shake it off, talking about, it's just a coincidence. Child, we know it ain't no such thing. Stop the madness. Now, how you gonna work with this gift if you have? Sit your ass down. Sit in silence. Meditation is the key. I mean, to all these gifts, meditation is the key. It'll literally help you strengthen this gift so you can distinguish between the outside voices and your internal voice. Your internal voice is your higher self. Or your ego, you gotta know which one is which. Are you clairsentient? That means you feel things. This means you can feel energy, emotions, or even clear sensations, like physical sensations that aren't yours. So you walk in the room and you immediately catch the vibe. I'm talking about whether good or bad. This is before anybody even open their mouth. Like, you so gifted to the point where as soon as somebody open their mouth, you can feel in your body when they lying. Or you get chills or tingles when certain people are around you. And I already talked to y'all about the sneezing a lot. That ain't no anxiety. That's your intuition reading energy. You can work with this gift is to stop ignoring your gut. Because you know that's your first mind. So if you feel something, go with that feeling. You need to do some grounding exercises too. So walk your ass barefoot. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. Meditation. You can also deal with some crystals that absorb negative energy. So black obsidian, tourmaline, whichever one you desire. Because you're going to need something to make you stop feeling so overwhelmed. When you feel people's energy, that shit can take a toll on you if you don't know how to alchemize properly. Are you clear cognizant, aka clear knowing? Like, you could predict events before they happen. You know how sometimes I get on here and I give y'all downloads of things I think is going to happen? That's a great example of that. You can instantly meet somebody and know their whole vibe before they even speak. Like, you could read their whole life story to them. Or you over here giving out advice that even surprises you. You like, where the hell I get this from? You didn't even know you knew that, but you did. Make this gift stronger by journaling your insight. When you get that second knowing, do not second guess it. You can get that thought for no reason. Now, these two gifts are not as talked about, but a lot of people have. Clear gustings, where you can taste something that's not in your mouth. Or clear aliens, which is clear smelling. You can smell some shit that's not even there. If you sit in there suddenly and you get a big back urge and you smell or taste your grandma's pie, even though it's nowhere to be found, yeah, most likely you got one of these gifts. Or you smell cigar or cigarette smoke to remind you of one of your ancestors, but they done went on to glory about 30 years ago. That spirit making contact. You can strengthen this gift by acknowledging the sense and taste when they come up. And then go ahead and speak to the spirits that are connected to them. Make sure you know how to discern properly though, because there are tricks to spirits. You would just ask the spirits what they want you to know because they have a message for you. Or are you a medium? Do you naturally connect to the spirit realm? Like, you legit communicate with the spirits and ancestors. You dream of somebody who has passed away, they give you a message in that dream, and it turns out to be true. You feel spirits around you or even hear them speaking? Or are you one of those people that randomly blurt out messages to people and you don't know where that shit came from? And I'm not talking about one of them annoying people that just talk to talk. I'm talking about you blurting out something to them that they need to know. Message being passed to you from the other side for them. If you have this gift, you might have to set some boundaries with spirit. I know a lot of people joke about this shit, but that waking up at 3 a.m., especially when you a medium, that's real shit. Don't nobody want to wake up at that time every day. Also, meditation and protection rituals will be needed with this gift for sure. Are you an energy healer or do you heal with your hands? Like, you naturally channeling healing energy through your hands. People may always tell you after you touch them that they feel so much better. Get your mind out the gutter. There's other ways to touch people. That could be a hug, a pat on the back, a handshake, just holding their hand. Your hands heat up when you focus on someone's pains or emotion. I know for me, my shit be clammy like I'm in the ocean all the time. If you have this gift, you might want to explore something like Reiki, actual energy healing, or just practice intentional touch. You're going to do this with people who you know need healing. Be real mindful of this, because you just don't want to go around touching everybody. Energy transfers through physical touch. Through many other ways too, but definitely physical touch. Your gifts coming online, they meant to be used. Fear just comes from misunderstanding. The more you embrace and work with your abilities, the stronger your gifts will become. Spirit not going to give you shit you can't handle. Instead of running from them gifts, you better own them. Like I said, let me know which one resonates with you the most. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
I'm keeping my gifts to myself, especially publicly and on the internet, because apparently there's somebody smiling in my face and doing things behind the scenes. There's someone behind the scenes acting like everything is all good and all cool, and they don't have the highest intention for me. And I don't know where it's coming from, rather it's physically someone I know around me, rather it's someone over the internet through this YouTube channel. I don't know, but I'm serious about my energy, and I don't got time for you. You're not welcome in my energy. You're not allowed here. I don't want you here. So respectfully, beat your feet. If it's one of y'all on YouTube and all that doing some stuff in the background, beat your feet and go ahead. I'm honestly leaving it up to the Most High, my ancestors, and my spirit team to handle that. So I suggest you be careful. Matter of fact, I don't even suggest you be careful. Just know they and we on your ass. We on your ass. You hear me? We on you. I'm letting you know right now. We on your ass. I'm not even gonna play around with that. So there's certain things I gotta be hush pup about. I gotta keep to myself because we not doing that. Anyhow, let's keep going.
This video is for anyone that's been going through massive life changes in the last, I would say, week. We had the full moon in Leo, which a lot of people felt that energy where things in your life might have turned upside down. And this is the universe literally shifting your timeline. You're going into a different reality. Your old reality is breaking away so that the new one can come in. And this can be a very scary time. Like my life, personal life is changing a lot. I have no idea what's been going on in the last week, but I have to trust. And that is the word. The key word is to just trust and have faith. This is what we all signed up for, and we all got to understand that. No matter what's going on in your life right now, we signed up for this. You, before coming to this world, you knew what you were going to do, what experiences that you were going to have, you know, what challenges were going to come your way. You knew this then. Obviously, when you become down into this earth and you're a human, you forget all that. And that's the beauty of it. It's just life is, it's an adventure. And for anyone that thinks the spiritual journey is easy, I bet for this week that's just gone, especially with this full moon, that a lot of people won't be thinking it's easy. It's not easy. This spiritual journey is not for the weak. And you know, you've just got to, like I said, you've got to trust that everything is unfolding. If you're going through massive shifts, like changes in your life, just know that these big changes are going to propel you into a very abundant year. Trust and have faith and just go with the flow. Go with whatever the energy is doing in your life right now. Just go with it and trust and know that the universe has everything lined up for you for this year.
If you miss out on what's about to happen, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life, or at least for the next 18 years of it. Because the energy of the new moon in Pisces on February the 27th, 2025 will not be experienced.
I threw this in here since February 12th, I posted late and I ain't get to get the knowledge out to you guys. So now you got the knowledge for February 27th.
Again for 18 freaking years, and you really want to take advantage of this energy, and you need to be preparing now. You need to be thinking about everything you want to manifest, because the conditions are in the perfect alignment, and I'm going to explain why, but the conditions are in a perfect alignment for you to manifest. First, you need to understand that it's a 9 year. The number 9 is the number of manifestation, because 9 governs the letters I and R, illusion and reality. And manifestation is bringing things from your imagination, from the illusion into reality. Which zodiac sign represents the deepest part of the human subconscious? That would be Pisces. And this new moon is in Pisces, which means the moon and the sun are in Pisces. But the peak full moon energy will be reached when it's in the 9th degree of Pisces. When the sun and the moon conjunct at that 9th degree at 7:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when that
Y'all heard that? 7:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're somewhere else, do the math.
portal is opened. So you want to be prepared at that moment, because right now the North Node is also in Pisces. When you have the sun and the moon conjunct in the 9th degree of Pisces in a 9 year, while the North Node is also in Pisces, this is pushing everything from your innermost subconscious into the outer world, into reality. Now there's two things that you need to know in order to make this happen. Or at least make the manifestation part of it happen the way you want it to, instead of you being hit by a bunch of chaos, because Pisces loves to bring chaos because it's ruled by Neptune, and Neptune loves stirring the fucking waters. But the first thing you need to know to maximize the potential of the energy of that new moon is, first, what house in astrology do you have Pisces in? That's a key player here. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about, every single birth chart is divided up into 12 houses. The houses are the most important part of astrology altogether. But most people neglect that aspect of astrology because it does get confusing unless you know exactly what you're looking at. But just know that that circle is divided up into 12 sections, and in one of those sections you have Pisces. That's the aspect of your life where that Pisces energy is sitting forever and always, because that's your natal chart. So when the new moon happens in Pisces, it's going to activate that aspect of your life, depending on which house you have Pisces in. So that aspect of your life is where you're going to find a lot of your attention going. Now, to maximize on the manifestation aspect of the new moon, you need to know what type of manifester you are out of the 144 different types. And yes, there's 144 different types. So if it seems like your manifestations aren't coming to fruition, you're probably trying to manifest in a way that's not your type of manifester, but a different one. Because if you know what type of manifester you are, you can fast track your manifestation. The problem is most people have no clue that there's many different types of manifestors and they don't know what type of manifester they are. So if you're interested in finding out what type of manifestor you are and how you can manifest in the fastest, most efficient way possible, not only that, but also learn things that will keep you from manifesting, you can click the link in my bio or go to blindzacreetings.com and get either the Lot of Manifestation, the Bible of You, or the All of You. Let me explain the difference. The manifestation reading comes with a reading that breaks down how manifestation works and how it doesn't work, cutting through all the new age spiritual bullshit. Tell you specifically what type of manifestor you are, 11 ways that you manifest the fastest, and 11 things that will keep you from manifesting. It also comes with a 61-page manifestation planner. Once again, that's called the Lot of Manifestation. The Bible of You contains that reading, plus a complete and total breakdown of your birth chart. What's in all 12 of those houses I was talking about, what zodiac signs, what planets, what asteroids, what luminaries, and what it all means. I break it down in such an easy to understand, easy to read format, and if you ever lose it, I can just resend it to you because I keep them all on file. Last but not least, my most expensive, but it contains all of my readings in one package. It's called the All of You, so it contains everything I mentioned before, plus so much more. And right now, if you use the promo code 2025, you'll get 25% off the original price. For any questions, you can message me here. If you would rather hear me tell you this kind of stuff instead of getting a PDF reading, you can always book time on the phone with me and I can give you a reading over the phone and it'll come straight from me. And all of that is available at the link in the bio or at blindzacreetings.com. By understanding her story, people would realize the story is an allegory about that certain aspect of yourself that you've been conditioned from a very early age to repress. But if you quit repressing it and set it free, it could be the key to your liberation. However, if you continue to suppress it throughout life, it will corrupt everything good in your life. So what is the story of Lilith and how does it correlate to everyone's life, specifically on the individual level? First, I'm going to start with telling you the story of Lilith, and then I'll explain how it correlates to each individual's life. So the story of Lilith is a story of rebellion, of knowing one's true worth, and refusing to submit or compromise. So the idea is that Lilith was Adam's first woman, but instead of being made from his rib or an essence of Adam, she was made from the same ground Adam was made from. But see, Lilith and Adam, they had themselves a disagreement, which I find completely absurd. I'll explain why in a minute. But their disagreement was who's going to be on top during, The reason I think that's absurd is because who in the fuck wants missionary instead of cowgirl? I mean, come on. If she's willing to be on top, you let her get on top, Adam. What the fuck? But in this story,
I'm with Zach right here. I'm with Zach on that one. But yo, listen. Kennedy, look into your natal chart, your birth chart. You say you Gemini, what? That's your horoscope. That's what you are, a Gemini. Look into your natal chart so you can see what all your placements is or are on the natal chart. Technically, we are really our rising sign, not our sun sign. But okay, Gemini is your sun sign. So you want to look at your natal chart. You got to know your birth time. Obviously, your date, birth date, time, and place, if I'm not mistaken. And then, yeah, it'll tell you all the placements on your chart. You feel me? So you want to look at your sun sign and then look at your rising sign. You feel me? Because your rising sign is like who you're rising to be, who you truly are. Your sun sign is like, we don't get taught about astrology is what I'm trying to say. But definitely do work, do some homework, some research on your natal chart, and you'll start to get a deeper understanding and overstanding about yourself and who you truly are. I can't teach you that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't teach you that. But you can look it up.
the position was a sign of dominance. Adam said he should be on top because he was better than her, I guess, and then she said she should be on top because she was better than him, or they were at least made from the same ground, so they're equals. That doesn't give him the right to be on top. That's this whole core of this thing. So Lilith was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. She said the ineffable name of God is how it's put, which is like the true name of God that would drive anybody else insane. But she said that name, turned into a creature of immense power, and flew away. To make a long story short, because I do got to unpack a lot more information, but to make a long story short, this results with her being cast to the bottom of the ocean. What does the ocean represent? It represents the human psyche and emotion. And that's where the suppression aspect of this being the aspect of you that you suppress comes from, is this allegory in the story where it's pushed way down deep because of external sources. So from a very early age, there's a certain aspect of yourself you've been conditioned to suppress. And don't worry, I'm going to explain how you can determine which aspect of yourself this is. But this aspect of yourself was something that was suppressed from a very early age because everyone around you told you to stop that, or they gave you funny looks when you did that. So you thought to yourself, okay, people don't like it when I do that. Let me push that down. But if you continue to do that, that certain aspect of your life will creep back up and start to corrupt everything good that you have going on, which is shown to us when Lilith comes up out of the ocean and goes on an absolute destruction spree. And that path of destruction would have never happened had she have been given the respect that she deserved from the very beginning and allowed to be free and independent. So how can you determine which aspect of your life or what part of yourself you've been suppressing? And surprise to nobody, because everything can always come back to astrology, because everything is based on astrology. It's all allegory of what these archetypal energies mean when certain planets are in certain places. But everybody has a Lilith placement in their birth chart. So let's say you have Lilith in either Gemini or the 3rd house. As a kid, people told you talk too much. They told you to shut up. They told you to be quiet. May have been placed into situations where you weren't allowed to think for yourself, have your own opinion. Another name for Lilith is Black Moon Lilith. But if you have Black Moon Lilith in Leo or in the 5th house, you've probably been suppressing your creative expression and just your true self in general, because that's what Leo in the 5th house represents in astrology. So what's your Black Moon Lilith placement? Put it in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and favorite the video. Share it to a friend. And if you want to know about your Black Moon Lilith placement and what it means for you, you can click the link in the bio or go to blindzachreadings.com and get you either the Bible of You and the All of You packages. The All of You contains everything contained in the Bible of You. That's why it's more expensive. But there is a promo code 2025 that'll get you 10% off of everything, which is already discounted 15% off, giving you a total of 25% off. But both the Bible of You and All of You will give you all that Black Moon Lilith information, what it means to be in the zodiac sign that it's in, and what it means to be in that house that it's in, because every single birth chart is divided up into 12 houses. And by knowing which zodiac sign and which house that Black Moon Lilith is in, you'll know which aspect of yourself to quit repressing and where your true power comes from. Because if you let it free, it'll be your key to freedom. It's kind of funny how that one thing that you've been conditioned to suppress is the one thing that will set you free. A lot of people on this app have a lot to say about Lilith.
Ironic. It's crazy how I'm over here with her, and I woke up, it's a fucking roach in my cavity. Like, what the fuck? It was a whole roach in my goddamn cavity. This shit is trifling.
A whole roach in your mouth, you mean? Yo.
I'm finna go home.
Why man keep looking at my bacon sideways though, bro? Got my bacon right here.
Yo! Hey, yo!
You baited. You tempted him with that one, though. You definitely tempted him. You gonna put the bacon towards the edge of the bag. Come on.
Man, keep looking at my bacon sideways though, bro. Got my bacon right here.
Yo! Hey, yo! Hey, Mel! Hey, yo!
How the fuck you take my bacon, nigga?
Yo, we don't condone the animal cruelty. Just out of line.
Huh? How the fuck you take my bacon, nigga? Man, I got you on the yoke. You see what's the consequences and repercussions behind that, right, nigga?
The cat is like, yo, what's going on? I thought he gave me the bacon. Yo, it's crazy with these people, man. These people is losing their mind out here on the internet.
No.
You don't even know what kind of eggs them is.
I wouldn't give a damn.
You probably can't eat them.
I'm gonna eat a blue jay, a red jay, a robin, a eagle, a duck. I don't care. Eggs are high.
Man.
I wouldn't give a damn.
You probably can't eat them.
I'm gonna eat a blue jay, a red jay, a robin, a eagle, a duck. I don't care.
How the fuck you take my bacon, nigga? Man, I got you on the yoke. You see what's the consequences and repercussions behind that, right, nigga? No.
Time out, man. She found the nest and went to work. She ain't waste no time. I'm telling you, man. Nature, some people don't deserve nature, in my opinion. And then, you know, I'm going to wait until the clip is finished, but y'all know the one rule of nature when it comes to things like this, right?
You don't even know what kind of eggs them is.
I wouldn't give a damn.
You probably can't eat them.
I'm gonna eat a blue jay, a red jay, a robin, a eagle, a duck. I don't care. Eggs are high.
How many enough?
She gonna come back looking for her babies, and they gonna be gone. And I hope she ain't looking at me and finna attack me or nothing, because your babies are gone. I'm finna eat your babies.
You don't even know how long they been
Eggs
up.
are high. Well, we finna eat these eggs.
It ain't even that serious.
Yes, it is.
It's that deep. All right.
Okay, that's the end of the presentation, but neither here or there, right? Let's go big screen. Yo, one of the rules, one of the most honorable rules and follow rules of nature is you always leave one. When it comes to things like that, you always leave one. You gotta let the cycle keep going. You can't air it out for all the eggs. How's it gonna, you feel me? Like, what are you doing, man? It is not that serious. Like her, I'm sure that was her offspring. He said, yo, it's not that serious. Is that serious? And she said, sure is. Come on, man. You took all the eggs. All of them out of line. Yo, listen, this is the end of the presentation, man. It is my intention that you are in a wonderful, magnificent mood. If you wasn't already having a wonderful, magnificent rotation. Now, full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. Yo, Haven, I love y'all. Y'all know what's up. If you've been here from the beginning, rocking out, I want to give my grace, gratitude, and thanks for you just showing support, showing love, this energetic exchange, all of that. Grace, gratitude, and thanks for rocking out from the beginning. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown to see with me, it will be returned 100-fold as the Most High using you as a divine vessel to divine support yours truly. Because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks. Peace and prosperity to you and yours. It never goes unnoticed. It really does help the channel, the foundation, and my well-being. You know what I'm saying? If you'd like to do the same, Cash App and PayPal only. The links is in the video description or the about tab on the channel. You are not obligated. For the people in the back, they are not obligated. You feel me? Now, for bro in the back, sis in the back, who panties is always in a bunch and drawers is too damn tight, remember to have fun, laugh, and smile. It is not that damn serious. Before you fix your list and say some stupid shit, remember, you don't gotta be here, you choose to be. So pipe down and relax. Buckle up and enjoy the vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know what's up. We ain't even doing no playing. And for the Dark Coven, like I said, who's smiling in my face but don't got the highest and greatest intention for me, you're not welcome in my energy. I don't want you here. You don't belong here. So just know we on your ass. My spiritual team, my ancestral team, Most High, we on your ass. We on your ass. I'm letting you know. We on you. We on you like a cheap suit. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, y'all love all of y'all for coming through. Thank you for rocking out, especially on the rotation like this. You know, the women who still in their slumber, that they all about love this, love that, and undivided attention. And you feel me? You supposed to do that anyways. It doesn't take a certain unholy day to express your affection for your significant other. Yo, safe travel in the Astros. I love y'all. Grace, gratitude, thanks for coming through. I'm out, man.